If your sibling starts quoting Pinterest power moves, change the locks immediately. This story. It's part family feud, part petty real estate warfare, and I ate every bite. Am I the a-hole for locking my sister out of our dead mom's house the night before the will reading? My sister Jade once told me the best way to win an argument was to own the location. She said that if you control the space, you control the story. At the time, I thought she was quoting some Pinterest self-help nonsense. But now, sitting in my dead mother's floral, upholstered living room, legs curled under me on the couch she swore she'd reupholster but never did, I understand what she meant. This was my house now. Let me back up. Our mother passed away 6 weeks ago, and it was complicated. She had stage 4 ovarian cancer, a long illness that she chose to keep secret from most of the family, including Jade and me, until the final month. I was the one who lived closest, about 45 minutes away. Jade is in Austin. Mom called me to come help around the house, and then 2 weeks later, she was gone. Jade arrived 2 days after the funeral. I do not blame her. Flights were crazy and her boyfriend had COVID or something. But she didn't miss the will reading, oh no. In fact, she demanded that we hold it on a day she'd be in town, and that it take place at the house, where Mom would have wanted. I was the executor, per the documents. Jade didn't know that yet. The lawyer agreed to come to the house, and I offered to host the reading in the sunroom, where Mom used to drink her tea. But Jade had other ideas. She called me the night before and said, "Hey, I am just going to crash at the house, okay? It's pointless to pay for a hotel when the place is empty." I paused. "I have been staying here." "What?" she said, all faux innocent. "Since when?" "Since the funeral. I have been cleaning things out." "You didn't ask me," she snapped. "You weren't here." That turned into a fight. I reminded her that I was the one who cleaned out the fridge, who packed up Mom's old clothes for donation, who sat on the damn phone for hours with hospice. She said I was nesting like a vulture. I told her I didn't feel comfortable having her here overnight. The house was emotionally loaded, and the will reading was stressful enough. She scoffed. "So you're locking me out of my own childhood home?" I didn't answer. But I did change the locks that night. The next morning, she showed up in front of the house with an overnight bag, full of rage and mascara. She banged on the door. I didn't let her in. When the lawyer arrived, Jade had to walk in behind him like an unwanted guest. She sat in icy silence while he read the will. It was short. Mom left the house to me. Not us. Not jointly, just me. Jade gasped and said, "She wouldn't." The lawyer nodded. "There's a notarized letter." Your mother said she wanted to honor the daughter, who was physically and emotionally present in her final days. I could feel Jade's eyes on me like daggers. She stormed out. No goodbyes, just the sound of her heels cracking against the front steps. A week later, I got served. Jade was contesting the will, claimed I coerced Mom in her final days. The family group chat exploded. My aunt took Jade's side, said I manipulated a dying woman. Cousins chimed in. One of them called me a quat, but none of them were there. None of them saw what those last weeks were like. Jade has since gone nuclear. She posted a TikTok about grieving narcissists with a passive-aggressive slideshow of childhood photos that, surprise, didn't include me. My voicemail is full. Some friends say I should have just let her stay one night. Others say I did what I had to. So am I the a-hole for locking her out the night before the will reading? Was I the a-hole for refusing to let my sister sleep in our late mom's house the night before finding out she wasn't in the will? Okay, first of all, this woman said, I have been staying here. Like she wasn't halfway through a Pixar-level grief montage in her dead mom's robe. And Jade? Jade rolled up 2 days after the funeral like it was a weekend wine tasting, not her own mother's death. Let's talk about owning the location, though. Jade tried to treat the house like an Airbnb she could crash in for free. But OP was already there, cleaning, grieving, and apparently starring in a solo episode of Hoarder's Sentimental Edition. Now, was locking her out the night before the will reading savage? Yes. Do I support it? Also yes. Because what Jade really wanted was positioning. Emotional leverage. To plant her little suitcase of entitlement and say, see, I belong here. But OP hit her with a plot twist worthy of Succession. Changed the locks, sipped tea in the sunroom, and let the lawyer drop the inheritance bomb like it was HBO Sunday. And the gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss energy of Jade filing a lawsuit and making TikToks about it? Ma'am, this is a legal proceeding, not a be-real moment. Also, house grabber? That cousin is gonna be in charge of the potato salad and the gossip at every future family barbecue. Bottom line? When someone shows up late to the grief marathon and expects a gold medal, no. You're not the a-hole for refusing to let someone emotionally squat in your trauma just to soften the blow of their own guilt, not the a-hole. You honored your mom's wishes and did the heavy emotional lifting. Jade wanted closure without the effort. That's not how inheritance works. Imagine locking someone out of their childhood and their trauma in one night. That's main character energy. Phew. Family drama hits different when there's real estate involved. Smash like if you have ever dodged a sibling lawsuit, and drop your own comment below. Funniest one gets pinned. See you in the next mess.